24/7 fitness tracking has transitioned from a niche hobby to a standard requirement for high-level athletes. If you want to compete, having a sensor on your wrist around the clock is now expected gear. In this professional space, Whoop has established itself as the primary fixture. From pro locker rooms to club teams, this screenless puck is the default choice for anyone tracking strain and recovery. But that level of data creates a specific financial friction. While users value the physiological insights, the mandatory subscription starts at $200 a year and can climb to $350, a fee that never stops. The hardware is tied directly to that payment. If you stop the subscription, the tracker loses all functionality. It becomes a brick. This creates a significant opening in the market for pragmatic optimizers, athletes who want the same actionable health data but want to own their hardware without a recurring rental fee. Google is aiming the $99 Fitbit Air directly at those users. It is a device built to match Whoop's screenless appeal while removing the predatory financial model. We can judge this market using this matrix, measuring trackers by the density of the data they provide against the long-term cost of owning the device. Smartwatches like the Apple Watch sit in the lower left. They have a low density of specific recovery data, but once you buy the watch, the cost of viewing your basic fitness metrics is essentially zero. Whoop sits in the opposite corner. It provides an intense volume of physiological markers, but requires that perpetual high-cost subscription to stay active. The Fitbit Air is designed to fill the center ground, balancing a one-time hardware purchase with a medium to high density of recovery data. Determining if it can actually replace a Whoop requires looking past the $99 sticker price and weighing the exact trade-offs in hardware friction and data utility. The Whoop financial entry point is deceptively low. They give you the tracker for free, but it only functions if you commit to that $200 baseline membership every single year. Contrast that with the Fitbit Air. You pay $99 upfront and you actually own the physical device. That one-time purchase unlocks the core metrics permanently. You get continuous heart rate, detailed daily sleep tracking, and active workout monitoring without ever touching a subscription. However, Fitbit does have a software gate. Unlocking the more advanced features, like the conversational AI coach and the full workout library, requires an optional $100 annual premium fee. The decision here isn't just about the lowest price, it's about the model you prefer. You are choosing between a hardware mental system or a subsidized purchase with an optional software tier. Both devices share a screenless, lightweight footprint. The goal for both is to be discreet enough to wear on your opposite wrist without the distractions of a smartwatch, but the charging methods create a clear friction point. The Fitbit Air lasts about 5 to 6 days, but you have to remove it from your wrist and connect a USB-C cable to recharge it. Removing the tracker creates gaps in your data. If you value a 100% complete 24/7 physiological profile, those off-wrist hours are a disadvantage. Whoop avoids this using a slide-on battery cup. You slide the charger onto the rails while still wearing the device, meaning your data collection is never interrupted. The trade-off is the physical experience. To keep that 24/7 data flow, you have to wear a bulky, heating wireless charger on your wrist for roughly 90 minutes while it tops up. Whoop also holds a clear advantage in its accessory catalog. They offer bicep bands, chest straps, and integrated clothing, whereas the Fitbit Air is currently limited to a few wristband options. Hardware superiority in this category depends on how much you value uninterrupted data compared to the comfort of a device you can simply take off. Before either device can give you accurate advice, they require a calibration period to learn your specific baseline heart rate and sleep patterns. Whoop uses a tiered 30-day process. It takes 4 days for your initial recovery score and a full month before it is completely calibrated to your unique health span and biomarkers. This dashboard illustrates the depth of that data. Whoop provides a live heart rate graph, habit journaling to find performance patterns, and even a lab feature where you can upload blood test results to track changes over time. The Fitbit Air has a much shorter learning curve. It only requires a 7-day window before it has enough data to start generating insights. Instead of complex strain scores, the focus is on cardio load. This measures how hard your heart worked over a period and sets a target for your week, which is much more accessible for most athletes. Fitbit translates this data through its AI coach. It looks at your sleep, the local weather, and your personal goals to build a daily training plan that you can actually follow without needing to be your own data scientist. Whoop is designed for advanced users who want to interpret dense, raw biomarkers. Fitbit excels at taking that same data and making it actionable for the daily optimizer. Choosing between these three depends on your level of athletic commitment. We can use this flowchart to find your match, starting with whether you actually need a screen for notifications. If you need to see your texts and have a clock on your wrist, you fall into the baseline profile. You want accountability and step tracking without extra complexity. The Apple Watch is the logical choice. It might overcount calories compared to the trackers, but it offers a truly frictionless daily experience. Next filter, are you training for elite performance? If yes, you're a loyalist, needing continuous data and biomarker integration for every edge, requiring the Whoop subscription. If you just want excellent tracking without financial lock-in, you're a defector. The Fitbit Air is the pragmatic choice. For most people trying to optimize their health, the Fitbit Air hits the sweet spot, providing 90% of the capability found in high-end trackers at a fraction of the cost. To understand this market, we have to look at how a $99 tracker can exist without a mandatory subscription. Fitbit is owned by Google. Unlike Whoop, Google's primary business is built on data acquisition and advertising rather than hardware sales. The Fitbit Air is subsidized hardware. It is priced aggressively to get on maximum wrists. In return for the low entry price, Google gains direct access to your personal health markers, sleep cycles, and physiological data. All of this aggregated information is used for training Google's global AI health models and refining their advertising profiles. Ultimately, you have to decide what currency you want to use. Picking the Fitbit Air means opting for a data-driven exchange instead of a direct financial one.